I'm Lisa K. Donner for our weekly roundtable brought to you by LibertyNation.com. And joining me today, and who's already imbibing apparently, is Scott DiCosenza, our legal affairs editor. The one and only political chief correspondent, Graham J. Noble, and the gal who hails from the heartland, our wonderful national columnist, Sarah Cowgill. Hello, everybody. How's your week?
Hey, doing great.
Lisa, hi.
All right, so it sounds like Sarah Sanders dropped a bomb this week in the White House press briefing room when she said that, well, President Trump just may take Rand Paul up on his idea and no more security clearance for you bad boys.
Flight 209er, you are cleared for takeoff.
Roger. Huh?
LA departure frequency 123.9er.
Roger. Huh?
Request vector, over.
What?
Flight 209er, clear for vector 324.
We have clearance, Clarence.
Roger, Roger. What's our vector, Victor?
Tower radio clearance, over.
That's Clarence, over. Over.
Roger.
Huh?
Roger, over.
What? Huh?
Who has the first to say about that?
Good for him. This Department of Justice is ridiculous. And to have them running around with the highest security clearance in the land, I never left a job and got to take my badge with me. You got to turn it in and move on, people.
Yeah, it's funny. When I came to Washington, I was working at Fox 5, which at the time was Metro Media. And, when you're done there, you turn in your stuff and you don't get in anymore. Do you think the American public knew about this, Graham?
No, I don't think so. I don't think most Americans, quite frankly, even think about such things as security clearances. And I'm sure that most people had absolutely no idea that these officials, when they leave their positions, they keep their clearances for a while.
Scott, do you have any idea why the left would be so against him removing security clearances, other than CNN has James Clapper on speed dial?
Well, yeah, it hurts Trump if they lose it. That would be the reason why, and it's just something to slam him with. I think that it should be removed just because they've proven that they're not using it well. Those clearances exist for the purpose of generating intelligence reports for the President of the United States, right? For the executive staff and the congressional overseers to make good decisions. It's not to inform George Stephanopoulos and allow them to, pick nits with the President of the United States on the Sunday talk shows. That's not what the intelligence apparatus is for. It's to get good intelligence so that we can make good decisions to ensure our own freedom and liberty. And that's not how it's being used. And I think that it's right to pull them.
All right. I'm wondering, what is the legality of this? I mean, can Trump actually pull the security clearances of these people, or is there going to be a problem there?
Almost.
Well,
Yeah. Go ahead.
I think there might be departmental rules regarding that, but ultimately, Trump is the chief executive. I'm sure that if he actually wants those people to lose their clearances, he can make it so, as Picard would say.
Okay, now Scott, pull your lawyer out of the back pocket and put your lawyer hat on. And what say you?
There will be no legal impediment for him to revoke those clearances. There may be some administrative rules that they can fight about, which some years down the line. But this is granting security clearance is an executive function, and it's an executive function to remove them. And I think that depending on the courts to kind of ensure that they still have them is going to be a big time losing battle. And it'll have I think it'll have somewhat of an effect. They won't be able to pick up the phone and get a lunch necessarily on a topic that does have these implications. Unfortunately, it won't do what some people think it does now in the wake of this debate, which is some people think that these people, because they have a clearance, can just log on to like some government database and like look at documents or something because they have this clearance. It doesn't actually work that way, but it is legal in some instances, for somebody who's currently in the CIA, for instance, to have lunch with Clapper and let him know what's happening, depending on the level of clearance involved in any program, and that could end with the removal of such a clearance.
All right, now, Sarah, you're dialed into all things political. Is this going to be another political hot potato for Trump?
Anytime he breathes, it's a political hot potato. There's, it doesn't matter what he does, it's going to rain on him. And he doesn't care. So, bully for Trump for just drawing a line in the sand and not giving a rat's about what these, men want. They want to parlay their high clearance into high paying contracts because people will know they got their nose in the in the CIA's butt, and they can dig out information from anybody willing to give that away. So,
ooh, that's a word picture for you.
What? Yeah, I don't want to look up that orifice, but still, the thing is, they should have lost this from their actions on how they have handled everything since they walked out of their jobs at the CIA in the Justice Department. They've mishandled things. They've leaked things. I could go on.
Graham, Clapper went on CNN immediately and said, "This is petty." Do you think this is petty by Trump?
No, I really don't actually. I'm personally, although I understand the needs, or rather the reason, the justification for these people keeping their security clearances for a while after they leave office. I still think that it's ridiculous that a couple of years after they are no longer in that position, they still have these clearances. That to me is outrageous, and I think it should be a general rule that nobody who leaves the federal government and holds a top secret security clearance should keep that clearance for more than about 10 or 12 months after they leave office. I really like the symbolism of the whole thing. To me, removing their security clearances, while I think it's a great idea, I just love how much of a slap in the face to these people it is. And, look at John Brennan there. He looks like he's been slapped in the face by every branch on the ugly tree that he fell out of. One more slap in the face for him is just great. I love the fact that it would just take these people down so many pegs if they had their security clearances revoked.
Well, I was going to say one more slap in the face for Brennan wouldn't make any difference. But go ahead, Scott.
Well, I was going to say I have to agree with Graham. The Schadenfreude involved, I think, is delicious, and these men, I believe, have acted in ways that are just really gross and disgusting. The things that they've said, they've intimated that Trump is like an actual traitor against the United States. Again, with zero evidence presented that he's some kind of Russian agent. And it's outrageous that these people hold these clearances they're actively fomenting the division of the United States of America. I mean, that's what it is. The Russians would pay good money for that. These people may be Russian agitators, for all I know. That is more conducive to the past behavior of the legacy of the Soviet intervention in the United States, by the way, was the kind of things that these former intelligence officers are saying. But at the same time, in terms of your 10 or 12 month thing, one thing that you may not realize is, and I think this is very common for people who live in the national capital area. A lot of people that have security clearances because it's a company town and there's all sorts of contractors and, even just like accountants. It's not even necessarily secret agent stuff that have these clearances. And there is a sort of continuity that we benefit from for them to be able to keep them a little bit longer than that, and move, from job to job. But then again, I guess lots fewer federal employees wouldn't be the worst thing in the.
All right, let's close with the lightning round. Sarah, does he get it done? Does Trump get it done or not? Yes or no?
Oh, yeah, he's going to get it done. I can't wait to watch it.
Graham.
I think he should. I hope he doesn't just kind of let this kind of blow over and cool down and just forget about it. I hope he does it.
Scott.
Barack Obama said that you should use power to reward your friends and punish your enemies, and Donald Trump is taking him up on that challenge.
Excellent.
Woohoo! That is a nice way to end. I'm Lisa K. Donner, and this has been LNTV. But before we sign off, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Feel free to leave a comment, and don't forget to download our app. Just put in your search bar, either on Google Play or Apple iTunes, libertynation.com, where truth is making a comeback. Thanks for watching.